Saying no to impulse buying changes everything. Impulse buying is the silent thief, quietly draining your wallet and keeping you from real financial freedom. But here's the good news. I'm going to show you 6 powerful ways to stop impulse buying for good. And the last one? It's a total game changer. Stick around until the end because once you master this, impulse buying won't stand a chance. Now that we know how impulse buying is keeping you broke, let's talk about how to stop it. Here are 6 powerful ways to break free from impulse spending, starting with the easiest one. But before we talk about that, let's talk about who this will help. These 6 ways to stop impulse buying are for anyone who feels like their spending is out of control or struggles to save money. If you've ever found yourself living paycheck to paycheck or regretting those unplanned purchases, this is for you. You don't want to miss this. Impulse buying thrives on instant gratification, but one simple habit can stop it in its tracks: pausing before you buy. The next time you feel the urge to make an unplanned purchase, hit the brakes and wait at least 24 hours before deciding. That tiny delay gives you time to think, and more often than not, the excitement fades, and you realize you don't actually need or even want the item as much as you thought. If 24 hours isn't enough, extend the waiting period. For small purchases, a day might do the trick, but for bigger buys like electronics, furniture, or anything over $100, try waiting a week. And for major purchases, give yourself a 30-day cooling-off period to make sure it's really worth it. The longer you wait, the more clarity you gain, and the easier it becomes to walk away from impulse purchases that don't truly add value to your life. Plus, pausing gives you a chance to shop smarter, comparing prices, looking for deals, or even realizing you already own something similar. So, before you swipe that card, take a step back. Your future self and your wallet will thank you. This next one dovetails with the last one, but it's got good information in it. The 5th way, a want list, is a simple yet game-changing way to control impulse spending. Here's how it works. Whenever you feel the urge to buy something, instead of grabbing it right away, write it down. Whether it's a trendy gadget, a cute outfit, or that new home accessory you're eyeing. Then wait. Give yourself 30 days before revisiting the list to decide if it's still worth it. Why does this work? Because time brings clarity. That thing you couldn't stop thinking about might feel less exciting after a week, or even completely unnecessary. And if you still want it after 30 days, you'll know it's a more thoughtful decision, not just a fleeting desire. Plus, this pause gives you time to plan, compare prices, or even save up for the item. The best part? You'll start to see how many must-haves were really just passing wants, and you'll feel more confident and in control of your spending. So next time you're tempted to splurge, start a want list instead. It's a small habit that can lead to big savings. The next one will surprise you. The 4th way. Why does this work? Because it removes the pressure to be perfect with spending. You're not constantly resisting every single temptation, which makes it easier to say no to unplanned splurges. And since you have a set limit, you still stay in control. So instead of thinking of budgeting as restricting yourself, think of it as giving yourself permission. Permission to spend intentionally, enjoy life, and still reach your financial goals. The 3rd way. Stopping impulse buying gets a lot easier when you learn to avoid your triggers. Those things that tempt you to spend without thinking. It might be certain stores, like the one where you always find great deals, or websites where a simple scroll turns into a shopping spree. Triggers aren't always external, though. They can also be emotional. Stress, boredom, or even celebrating something exciting can all push you to shop as a way to cope or reward yourself. The first step is building awareness. Start noticing when and where you tend to impulse buy. Is it when you're bored at home, scrolling through social media, or after a long, stressful day at work? Once you've identified your triggers, you can take steps to avoid them. If you want me to dive deeper into emotional spending, drop a yes in the comments, because there's a lot to unpack with that one. Here's the good news. You don't have to give in to those temptations. Replace shopping with healthier alternatives. For example, if you shop online when you're bored, try going for a walk, journaling, or calling a friend instead. If certain stores are your weakness, avoid them altogether unless you have a specific reason to go, and stick to a list. And don't forget about online triggers. Unsubscribe from marketing emails and unfollow brands or influencers that constantly push limited-time deals or must-haves. The less you see, the less tempted you'll be. It's all about creating an environment that supports your goals. The fewer triggers you face, the easier it becomes to stay in control of your spending, and the closer you'll get to achieving financial freedom. You will love the next one. The second way. One of the easiest ways to stop impulse buying is to cut down on temptation, and that starts with your inbox and social media feed. Think about it. How many times have you clicked on a limited-time offer email or bought something because you saw an influencer rave about it? Marketers are masters at creating urgency and making you feel like you need something right now. Here's a simple fix. Unsubscribe and unfollow. Start with marketing emails. Those daily or weekly emails from your favorite brands, they're designed to keep you spending. Hit unsubscribe, and you'll be amazed at how much less tempted you feel. Next, take a good look at your social media. Are there influencers or accounts constantly pushing must-have deals or the latest trends? Unfollow them or mute their posts. The same goes for brands that flood your feed with ads. The less you see, the less you'll want. This isn't about avoiding fun or being out of the loop. It's about taking control of what you allow into your life. By clearing out these constant reminders to spend, you'll find it so much easier to focus on your goals and stick to your budget. And the best part? You'll have more time and energy to spend on things that really matter, without the stress of impulse spending. Number 1. Switching to cash-only spending might sound old school, but it's one of the most powerful ways to take control of your finances. Here's why. When you use a credit or debit card, it's easy to swipe without thinking. The numbers are abstract, and you don't feel the money leaving your hands. But with cash, it's a whole different story. When you spend physical money, you become more aware of your expenses because you can literally see your cash disappearing. It's a tangible reminder of your limits, and it forces you to think twice before making a purchase. Here's how to make it work. Start by setting a weekly or monthly budget for your discretionary spending, the money you use for non-essentials like dining out or shopping. Withdraw that amount in cash and keep it in an envelope or your wallet. Once the cash is gone, that's it. No borrowing from next week, no swiping the card, just this once. This method not only keeps you within your limits, but also makes you more intentional about what you buy. You'll find yourself prioritizing what really matters and saying no to things that aren't worth it. For larger or online purchases where cash isn't practical, you can still apply this mindset by setting strict limits and treating those transactions like cash withdrawals. Switching to cash might take some adjustment, but it's a simple, effective way to curb impulse buying, stay on track with your budget, and feel more in control of your money. Impulse buying doesn't have to control your wallet. These 6 steps will help you stop spending on things you don't need so you can actually save for what truly matters. Which of these 6 tips do you struggle with the most? Let me know in the comments. Living within your means is about freedom. It's about making intentional choices that align with your goals so you can stop stressing about money and start building the life you truly want. If you're ready to take control of your finances, check out my video, How to Live Below Your Means, for practical tips to help you save more, spend smarter, and enjoy life without the financial stress.